Hello, this is the Windows 10 compatibility testing plan. Uh, Basically going over how we will implement the Windows 10 OS into Tater Zinc's computer systems. Here we go. Tater Zinc company needs. Tater Zinc has decided after considering other operating systems that they would like to upgrade their systems to Windows 10. Tater Zinc was using Windows 7 OS before deciding to make this change. Windows 10 is one of the most widely used OSs for business software and is not that hard to operate. I will be detailing in the coming slides an OS testing plan for Windows 10, including testing for compatibility with TaterZinc's server systems, compatibility with TaterZinc's hardware and software. This plan will be implemented over a 4-month period and will follow a schedule detailing when certain objectives should be completed. TaterZinc hardware setup. They have a 81 Dell Precision Tower 5810 with 4 GB RAM and half a terabyte HD. 36 Toshiba Satellite A665 workstations with 4 GB of RAM, 300 GB HD. 165 Dell Optiplex 320 desktop premium workstations with 4 GB of RAM, half a terabyte of HD. 10 Lenovo Y40 laptops with 4 GB of RAM, half a terabyte of HD. Windows 10 should function on all these hardware devices, but compatibility issues may arise later in the testing process. Windows 10 has over 700 million users worldwide and is the most popular computer operating system. You can upgrade from Windows 7 and 8 to Windows 10 for a charge of $139 or $199 for Windows 10 Pro. Windows 10 has a new start screen and a voice-controlled digital assistant called Cortana that helps you search the internet. Windows 10 also comes with new saving features for Xbox gameplay and new touch features in Microsoft Office apps. Windows 10 has advanced security features like Windows Hello, which uses facial recognition on your webcam to unlock your machine, and the Windows Defender antivirus program comes free on Windows 10. Windows 10 has replaced the Windows Internet Explorer browser with Microsoft Edge, which works similar to the Google Chrome browser, but the search browser it uses is Bing. Questions to ask before testing OS. What priority levels are you addressing during testing? What does the testing involve? What hardware, software, personal training, and tools do you need to perform the testing? What determines if an application passes or fails? How do you plan to complete the testing by the scheduled due date? Who will perform the test? How will you manage application problems? How our team will communicate. I will be setting up an online board where members of the IT staff can submit questions to others or post screenshots of any problems they are having on their computer. I would like a weekly report on the status of each department at Taters, Inc., informing me how many servers are functioning and which are having issues. If you would like to be assigned to work on another department, I will see if I can transfer you. If you or anyone in your department cannot fix the issue, make a note of it, then contact Microsoft Customer Support either online at support.microsoft.com or by calling them at 1-800-642-7676. Before performing a Windows 10 compatibility test on TaterZinc servers or devices, make sure to save the system's files on an external drive like a USB drive, HDD, or on the cloud to avoid losing them. The officially stated hardware requirements for a Windows 10 upgrade are a 1 GHz processor, 1 GB hard drive for 32-bit OS, or 2 GB hard drive for a 60-bit OS, DirectX 9 or later graphics card with WDDM 1.0 driver, 800 by and an 800 by 600 display on the screen. Make sure to log any issues you encounter in a notebook because you might not be the only one working on that computer and you might lose digital information that cannot be replicated. PC hardware check procedures. PC hardware is mainly composed of 6 parts including hard disks, GPU, CPU, the motherboard, RAM, and the battery. All of these parts are important to running a PC. You may have a system crash, which happens when the whole system stops working immediately. The blue screen of death appears, which indicates a hardware issue on your PC. In Windows 10, you can use Performance Monitor, which is a Windows built-in tool that conducts an overall check of your hardware. To use Performance Monitor, press Win plus R, type report, then hit enter. Click on diagnostic results, and there will be subsections that show detailed results. To test the storage drive, you can use a Windows built-in tool like Check Disk, but if your computer won't be able to boot into Windows, use the mini tool Partition Wizard that helps boot the computer via bootable media, and then check hard drive errors. First download Mini Partition Tool Wizard and create a bootable USB media. Use this bootable media to start the computer and follow on-screen prompts to enter its main interface. Select the drive that you want to check and click Check File System. Then select Check and Fix Detected Errors and click Start. This tool will check and fix file system errors immediately. Check to see if there are any bad sectors by selecting the disk again and click on the surface test from the left pane. To test your memory, RAM, use Windows Memory Diagnostic, which is one of the most effective hardware diagnostic tools in Windows 10. That can help you check RAM easily. To use it, type memory in your search box and then pick Windows Memory Diagnostic. Of the two options given, select Restart Now. Then check for problems which will restart your computer, and this PC hardware diagnostic tool will automatically test RAM. After the hardware test completes, your PC will reboot automatically. To view test results, you can right-click the Start menu and open the Event Viewer app. Go to the Windows Log and System tab, type Find on the right pane, and then type Memory Diagnostic, and click Find Next to see the results at the bottom of the window. Checking your motherboard and CPU are very important because a failed motherboard can cause various problems on your PC. If there's a strong burning smell coming from the computer, that indicates CPU overheating. The BIOS menu appearing by itself at startup would indicate a hardware problem. The blue screen of death appears, which always indicates a hardware issue. Check if the motherboard has blown or bulged the capacitors. Check if there are any burning smells and see if all components are connected properly. See if all CPU fans are spinning when your system turns on. Check your power supply unit by plugging it into a working system. If the system doesn't come on, the problem is probably with your power supply unit. The GPU manages performance of the video and graphics on your PC. If you have issues like your GPU fan not spinning, high GPU usage, screen glitches, loud fan noise, there might be a problem with your GPU. Right-click the taskbar at the bottom of the screen and select Task Manager. Go to the Performance tab and then click on the GPU section and you will see the GPU usage and its overall performance. Having issues with your battery is terrible because the battery keeps the computer running. Issues like plugged-in cables not charging, laptop displaying a wrong battery percentage, or your PC not detecting the battery can happen. To check battery health type, type PowerShell, then right-click Windows PowerShell, then click Run as Administrator. Type Power Config Battery Report, and then hit Enter. Once the process completes, close the window and view the health report on your battery. Windows 10 upgrading issues. In addition to upgrading the OS, Taters Inc. should upgrade their server OS from Server 2012 R2 to Server 2016. Server 2012's base OS is Windows 8, and Server 2016's base OS is Windows 10. You could run Windows 10 and Windows Server 2012, but it would work better if upgraded to Server 2016. To address compatibility issues, it is best to check the support websites of devices or programs that are having problems. Sometimes you need to uninstall programs and features before upgrading. After your upgrade, you might face problems with some of your program or drivers. If having issues with a program or driver after upgrading, it is best to uninstall them and restart your PC and install the latest version. In Windows 10, you can right-click on the installer file, then click on Troubleshoot Compatibility to see what issues your program or device might have. Windows 10 compatibility testing. You should perform a Windows 10 compatibility check before the system update. This will avoid the trouble of downloading Windows 10 and running the setup tools only to find out compatibility problems exist. When upgrading from Windows Vista XP 7, 8 to Windows 10, you should consider the hardware requirements because driver issues can happen during your system update. It is necessary to download updated drivers from the hardware manufacturer's website and install them before installing Windows 10. There are tools that will tell you if your computer can support Windows 10, and some involve inputting certain commands into your computer. Windows 10 Compatibility Checker. Use Microsoft Compatibility Appraiser on Windows 7, 8, and 8.1 files on the computers to assess the compatibility with Windows 10 if an upgrade is performed. Type CMD, stands for command, into the search box and right-click command to choose Run as administrator. Type the command, it's a lot of stuff here. Windows Application Experience Microsoft Compatibility Appraiser. This app will take around 15 minutes to perform a full scan. If Windows 10 will not run on the machine, the message will read, Windows 10 will not run on. Run Windows Update Assistant in the machine to check if it meets the system requirements of Windows 10. After launching the tool, you need to accept the license terms, and then this tool will check device compatibility. Then the results will be shown. Download the media creation tool offered by Microsoft. If the app detects that your PC is too old to run Windows 10, it will give you a notification and stop right there. If you don't receive a notification, that means the system is compatible and you can perform a Windows 10 upgrade. After finishing a Windows 10 compatibility check, you will know clearly if you can run Windows 10 on the machine. Windows 10 application problems. In Windows 10, users may run into issues with apps from the Microsoft Store, like the app's not running after upgrading to a new OS or the store preventing the user from purchasing apps. There is a Windows App Troubleshooter, which will scan and fix any issue that may prevent apps acquired in the App Store from functioning properly. First, open the control panel, click on Systems and Security. Under Security and Maintenance, click Troubleshoot Common Computer Problems. Click on Hardware and Sound. Click on Windows Start Apps to launch the troubleshooter. Click the Advanced link and make sure Apply Repair Automatically is selected. And then next to Run the troubleshooter. If the troubleshooter finds any issues, it will be listed in the results with additional instructions to follow. However, in most cases, the troubleshooter will find and apply fixes automatically, and then click Close. Click the View Detailed Information link to see a report with all the issues the troubleshooter tried to fix. Once you complete these steps, the troubleshooter should be able to apply the fix to get apps working again and resolve any issues, including those from the Microsoft Store. This is the testing plan timeline. By April 29th, every IT staff member should know what systems they are testing. By May 20th, every IT staff member should have tested at least half of their computers and servers using the methods I've explained in this PowerPoint. By June 10th, every IT staff member should have tested all of their computer systems. If the system is not compatible with Windows 10, it should be replaced, and I will inform Taters Inc. to purchase a new one. On July 15th, I will come to see how Windows 10 will perform on the computers and what features it supports. By August 5th, every member of the IT staff should have completed testing the systems by now, and the Windows 10 OS should be ready for rollout. And on August 15th, you will get a review of your performance during the past 4 months from me that will be sent to Taters Inc. Here's my works cited. Okay, that was basically an overview of the testing plan. If you need any information, just get in contact with me. Goodbye.